आजानुलम्बितभुजौ कनकावदातौ सङ्कीर्तनैकपितरौ कमलायताक्षौ विश्वम्भरौ द्विजवरौ युगधर्मपालौ वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरौ करुणावतारौ। नमस्त्रिकालसत्याय जगन्नाथ सुताय च सबृत्याय सपुत्राय सकलत्राय ते नमः। अवतीर्णौ सकारुण्यौ परिचिन्नौ सदीश्वरौ श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यनित्यानन्दौ द्वौ भ्रात्रौ भजे। स जयति विशुद्धविक्रमः कनकावः कमलायति क्षणः वरजानुविलम्बिषड्भुजो बहुधा भक्तिरसा विनर्तकः। जयति जयति देवः कृष्णचैतन्यचन्द्रो जयति जयति कीर्तिस्तस्य नित्या पवित्रा जयति जयति नृत्यास्तस्य देवीश्वेशमूर्ते जयति जयति नृत्यम् तस्य सर्वप्रियाणां। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So Chaitanya's pastimes are very Guhya, Veda Guhya Chaitanya Charitaha Ke Bajani. It's very difficult to understand Chaitanya's pastime. Very simple pastimes, but still the essence of the pastimes is not so easy to understand. Even Chaitanya Leela, Chaitanya Tattva is hidden in the Vedas. Only when we hear from the devotees, we can understand. It has been very clearly said here, Chaitanya, here Vrindavan Das Thakur says, I can write only when I have heard from the devotees. Chaitanya Charitradi Antah Nahi Dekhi, Yena Mata Dena Shakti, Tena Mata Likhi, 85th verse. I do not find a beginning or an end to the pastimes of Chaitanya. I write as he inspires me. Very important statement. As I write as he inspires me. Yena Mata Dena Shakti, Tena Mata Likhi. Without Shakti of Krishna, it is impossible to serve Krishna. Simple. In the same way, to write about Krishna, it's not so easy. Once somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, you're aging, time is also seems to be less. So why don't you finish off writing very fast? Because Prabhupada was in the 10th canto. Srimad Bhagavatam was translating the 10th canto. He was in the midway only. So somebody told Prabhupada, do it fast, Prabhupada, because your health is also deteriorating. Prabhupada said, see, don't hasten me. I write to the extent I am inspired by Lord. I am not writing by my own buddhi. I am writing by the mercy of Lord. Let Lord shower the mercy I am writing. Don't think that these are all my concocted purpose. Everything is given by Lord. So that is what here also it is said. I write as he inspires. Lord's pastimes are endless. How much to put in writing? It all depends to the extent Lord wants the author to put them in the writing. Kashther putali yena kuhake nachaya yehi mata gaura chandra more ye bolaya. Whatever I describe is only by the direction of Sri Gaurchandra, just as a puppet dances only by the direction of a puppeteer. Again, this puppet dancing, Srila Prabhupada mentions in his Markinik Bhagavat, Oh Lord, I am a puppet in your hand. To the extent you want me to dance, let me dance. So, this is known as total surrenderance. Puppet dances only by the direction of a puppeteer. So, here also he says, just I describe to the extent Gaurchandra directs me. As a puppet cannot dance independently, but dances in various ways according to the unseen direction of the puppeteer, the most merciful Supreme Lord, Sri Gaurchandra, has directed me to dance and chants his name and qualities. I am unable to independently dance in the form of chanting his names and qualities. Srila Kaviraj Goswami has stated in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has personally spoken through the writings of Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur. So again in the purport, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, I am unable to independently dance. One cannot dance independently. If he thinks, okay, I am independent, I will do whatever I want in the form of chanting or dancing, I can do. It is impossible. Puppet means completely surrendered in the hands of the spiritual master. Whatever spiritual master wants, we have to do that. Sarva Vaishnavera Paye Kari Namaskar. Ithe Aparada Kichu Nahuka Mara. Let me pay obeisances to the feet of the Vaishnavas so that I may not commit any offenses to them. The Vaishnava author has humbly written this verse in various places of this book. So we'll find this line in most of the places where Vrindavan Das Thakur, who has been inspired by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he always writes, let me pay obeisances to the Vaishnavas. Manadiya Shuna Bhai Shri Chaitanya Katha Bhakta Sange Ye Lila Kaila Yatha. Oh my dear brother, please hear with attention the topics of Sri Chaitanya concerning the various pastimes that he performed with his devotees. Trividha Chaitanya Leela Anandera Dhama Adi Kanda Madhya Kanda Shesha Khanda Nama. So, how are Chaitanya's pastimes? They are the abode of happiness. So, where should we find the happiness? In Chaitanya's pastimes. And how are these pastimes divided? Adi Kanda, Madhya Kanda, Madhya Kanda. Like we have Chaitanya Chaitamrita, Adi Lila, Madhya Lila, and Ante Lila. Adi Khande प्रधानतः विद्यारविलास मध्यखंडे चैतन्य कीर्तन प्रकाश शेषखंडे सन्यासी रूपे नीलाचल स्थिति नित्यानंद स्थाने समर्पिया गौड़स्थिति. So Adikhanda describes Vidyaravilasa, Lord's scholastic pastimes. How Chaitanya Mahaprabhu attained all the scholarly, how he is to behave in a very scholarly way. Anyhow, is abode of all knowledge, but still how he goes to his school, how he deals with his teacher, everything is there. And there, the scholastic pastimes are described. In the Madhyakhanda, Lord's Kirtan pastimes are described. And in Sheshakhanda, Lord's Lord staying in Jagannath Puri as a sannyasi and his entrusting the Bengal preaching to Nityananda Prabhu. That has been described. So three pastimes, three types of pastimes. In Adi Kanda, it is Lord's childhood pastimes and youth pastimes. Madhya Kanda, Kirtan pastimes, and in the Antakanda, Sannyas pastimes. Among the three khandas or sections of this book, the Adi Khanda describes the Lord's scholastic pastimes. The Madhya Khanda describes the Lord's Kirtan pastimes. Antakanda, Lord's residence in Jagannath Puri as a sannyasi. In his pastimes as a householder, Lord Gaur Sundar instructed the people of Bengal in the process of Kirtan. In his pastimes as a sannyasi, he remained in Jagannath Puri and nourished his devotees. When the Lord preached devotional service in Bengal, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Haridas Thakur, and other pure devotees assisted him in his preaching. When Sriman Mahaprabhu resided in Nilachala, he appointed Lord Nityananda as a principal preacher for Bengal. The Gaudiya devotees who resided in Nilachal were under the care of Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami. And the devotees in Bengal worshipped Lord Hari under the care of Nityananda Prabhu. Sriman Mahaprabhu was personally in charge of the preachers in Nilachal and he appointed Nityananda Prabhu to take charge of Bengal. Sri Nityananda Prabhu preached all over Bengal with his 12 prominent devotees. In Brajamandal, the two commanders-in-chief, Sri Rupa and Sanatan, accepted the responsibility of preaching in the west. So, in this way, whole preaching activities of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was divided. Initially, he used to take care of Nityananda Prabhu, Srivas Thakur, everyone. But afterwards, he started giving the responsibilities to different. Like Bengal was given under the hands of Nityananda Prabhu, and Sarut Damodar was given. The Gaudiya Vaishnavas were taken care by Sarup Damodar in Nilachala, So in this way, the preaching activities grew, and the responsibility of preaching in the West was given to the two important devotees, Rupa and Sanatan. Navdepeyache Jagannatha Mishravara Vasudeva Praya Teho Swadharma Tatpara. Now Jagannath Mishra was always enthusiastic in following his religious principles while residing in Navdeep. He was equal to Vasudev, the father of Lord Krishna. So yesterday we had put one thing. 19th is New Year. What is it New Year? Jagannath Mishra festival. Jagannath Mishra is father of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like when Krishna is born, the next day we celebrate as Nanda Utsav, Nanda Maharaj Utsav, because Chaitanya Krishna is born in the house of Nanda Maharaj. And Nanda Maharaj keeps a wonderful festival. In the same way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears in the house of Jagannath Mishra, Sachidevi Mata. So Jagannath Mishra also celebrated the festival. That is why the next day of Gaur Purnima is known as New Year. It is New Year for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. For Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared, it's a festival. When appearance is there, it is Upavas. The next day, it becomes Utsava. One day before, it is Adivas. Adivas, Upavas, Utsava. Any festival, even if you say Janmashtami also, one day before it is Adivas. Adivas means preparation for the festival, for Lord to come, Adivas. And having that inclination when Lord is going to come, eagerness when Lord is going to come, eagerly waiting for Lord to appear, that is known as Upavas. Upavas means completely absorbed in the Lord. So that day people fast so that they are eagerly waiting for Lord to come. And when Lord appears, next day is celebration. And that celebration is known as Utsava. Tanapatni Sachinama Mahapati Vrta Dvitiya Devaki Yena Sei Jaganmata. So Sachimata was like Devaki, the universal mother. So Jagannath Mishra is compared to Vasudev, and Sachimata is compared to Devaki. Kana Garbhavatirna Haila Narayana Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nama Samsara Bhushana. So from the womb of Sachimata appeared Narayana. His name is Sri Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya is the ornament of this world. Lord Narayana appears from the womb of Sachimata. Now he is called as Sri Krishna Chaitanya. So we should always remember any appearance day of Lord, one day before is Adivas. Adivas means now preparation for Lord to appear. Then eagerly waiting for Lord to appear. That is Upavas. The next day is fasting. The next day is celebration. That is Utsava. In the course of narrating topics regarding the absolute truth, the author has addressed Chaitanya's father and mother as Vasudeva and Devaki, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Narayana. Such statements are not incorrect. That means they are correct when describing the absolute truth or his opulences. For if the sweet features of the Supreme Lord are discussed among ignorant people, they will yield no benefit. While at home, Sriman Mahaprabhu had various names like Nimai, Vishwambhara. After accepting sannyas, he was known as Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Lord inspired the people of the world to chant the names of Krishna and thus fulfilled the purport of the name Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Among the social orders, the order of sannyas is the highest. That is why sannyas names are ornaments of the world. So here it is very clearly said that when Aishwarya form of Krishna has been described, that is Chaitanya is compared to Narayana and Sachimatam Jagannath Mishra is compared to Vasudeva and Devaki. Vasudeva and Devaki, they had Jnana Yukta Vatsalya Prema. That means they had the knowledge that the son is God. Nanda Baba Yashoda's Prema is Vishuddha Vatsalya Prema. There that knowledge of opulence of Krishna is unknown, only sweet form of Krishna is known. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even if described as same Krishna, not now we're not speaking about Narayana, same Krishna and Sachimata and Jagannath Mishra, Yashoda Baba and Nanda Baba, Yashoda Mata and Nanda Baba, ignorant people will not understand that. Ignorant people only they know that Krishna has appeared to Devaki and Vasudeva. Krishna was transferred from Mathura to Gokul. That is what ignorant people know. But in reality, Krishna has appeared to Nanda Baba and Yashoda. That is why her name is Yashoda, Yasha. Yasha Da means one who is giving this yasha to Devaki. Yashoda, one who has given this yash, this name to Devaki. Actually, she is the mother of Krishna. Yashoda is mother of Krishna. But she has given this yash to Devaki. That is why universally Devaki is known as mother of Krishna. But Devaki is mother. Devaki gave birth to Narayana. And you say, what is this? Krishna and Narayana are two different people? No, they are not two different people, but they are Krishna. Narayana emanates from Krishna. Narayana lacks in four opulences than Krishna. Venu Madhurya, Rupa Madhurya, Leela Madhurya, Parivar Madhurya. So four things are lacking in Krishna, in Narayana. Krishna is having everything 100%, but Narayana has 96 attributes of Krishna. It's not just 100%, it's just 96%. These four things, that is Venu Madhurya. Narayana does not hold Venu. Venu means flute. Rupa Madhurya. Narayana cannot stand like how Krishna stands in a three-bended form. And Leela Madhurya. The activities of the devotees with Krishna is so sweet that sweet activities cannot be, sweet pastimes cannot be enacted in Vaikuntha. The devotees cannot play with Narayana like how they play with Krishna. Now Yashoda Mata, she wants to beat Krishna, then she can beat Krishna, but she cannot do that with Narayana. That is why it is Parivar Madhurya also. That is lacking in Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha is the office of Krishna. Vaikuntha, where there is no misery, that is office of Krishna. Narayana is the official form of Krishna, having Shankha Chakra Gada Padma, four-handed form. So one who appeared to Devaki was actually Narayana, who appeared to Devaki in the four-handed form. Then on the request of Devaki and Vasudev, same Narayana became two-handed form. And Vasudev carried Krishna uh, in the basket to Gokul. So already Yashoda had given birth to Krishna there. So who goes there? It is Narayana who goes there and in the Adrishya way enters Krishna, because Narayana emanates from Krishna only. So already the child is born over there. That is why the proof is there in the Bhagavatam, where Jataka ceremony has been mentioned, that how Krishna, when born, Krishna appears like a human child there. And the Jataka ceremony happens. Umbilical cord of Krishna connected to Yashoda is cut. And Sahodari is also born. Sahodari has been mentioned. That is, Durga is also born. Durga is actually sister of Krishna. So everything is mentioned very nicely. But it was not seen to Vasudev. Vasudev could not see the Krishna, the sweet Krishna who is born to Yashoda. He thought that he is placing his child Krishna, but his child Krishna is actually Narayana, who merges in the original Krishna. And then what he brings is Durga. Then when Akrura is sent to Vrindavan to bring back Krishna, at that time Akrura, with Akrura, who comes? It is Narayana. That also proof is there. It is not Krishna, Vrindavan Krishna who comes with Akrura. It is Mathura Krishna who comes. Mathura Krishna is Narayana, opulent Krishna. So now there was a pond where two brothers, Krishna and Balram, they go and take bath. At that time, Akrura gets a darshan of, of whole Vaikuntha over there. So who goes along with Akrura is actually the opulent Krishna and the opulent Balram. Krishna Balaram of Vrindavan, they don't take a step out of Vrindavan. Padam ekam nagachati, Vrindavanam padam ekam nagachati. That is a promise which Krishna has given. But then where was this Krishna? He is unmanifest now. He is doing his unmanifest Leela. So who goes along with Akrura is Narayana Krishna. So all these things have been given, but the opulence can be understood by ignorant people. Sweetness cannot be understood. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is compared to Narayana. Adi Khande Falguna Purnima Shubhadine Avatirna Haila Prabhu Nishaya Grahane. In the Adi Khanda, Lord's appearance during an eclipse on the night of Falgun Purnima is described. Sriman Mahaprabhu appeared during a lunar eclipse on the full moon night of the month of Falgun. February, March in the year 1486. So an appearance is going to come. I don't know what is a Sayyo. This is very coincidental. Whenever we are celebrating, that celebration is, we are reading to celebration. We are going to celebrate now Gaur Purnima next Friday. And now it is this Friday. Next Friday is Gaur Purnima. And that whole chapter is going to start now. The Adi Kanda, what is there? Lord's appearance is there. By the time when we come there, it will be next Friday. Harinama Mangala Utila Chaturdige Janmila Ishvara Sankirtana Kari Age. So preceding the Lord's birth, auspicious names of Lord Hari were heard in all directions. It was lunar eclipse. So people go to take bath in Ganga. And when they take bath, they all chant the holy name of Krishna. So in this way, people throughout the world consider the occasion of lunar eclipse as most auspicious. So they engage in loudly chanting the holy names of Lord Hari. The Lord appeared as this chanting was going on. आदिखंडे शिशु रूपे अनेक प्रकाश पिता माता प्रति दिखायला गुप्तवास. So in the Adikanda, Lord displays various pastimes as a child. He also reveals his own abode to his parents. In the material world, the Supreme Lord and his abode are unmanifested. The Lord exhibited his unmanifest abode to his parents by awakening their transcendental knowledge. So he is giving the transcendental knowledge to his parents. That is how, even to see Krishna, one should have this transcendental knowledge. Or it's impossible to see Krishna. His abode is the most unmanifested thing. His leelas are also unmanifested pastimes. So those unmanifested pastimes or unmanifested abode is revealed through transcendental knowledge, by awakening the transcendental knowledge. Adikhande Dvaja Vajra Ankusha Pataka Graha Majhe Apurva Dekhila Pitamata. So in the Adikanda, the Lord's parents were astonished to see footprints marked with the signs of banner, a thunderbolt, an elephant gold, and a flag. Marks that symptomize a great personality like banner, thunderbolt, elephant gold, flag are mentioned in the Samudrika. These marks are eternally manifested on the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Wherever the Lord walked within the house, he left impressions of these marks which were seen by Mother Sachi. So this is very important. So the marks are there on the exalted personalities. The Lord's feet has the marks. It is said these marks were manifested on the lotus feet of the Lord, and those impressions were seen when Lord is walking in the house. So Sachimata could see this. Adikhanda Prabhura Hariya Chile Skore Kore Bhandaya Prabhu Ailena Ghare. In the Adikanda, the Lord is kidnapped by the thieves who become bewildered and return the Lord to his home. So there is another nice Leela which is going to be described. आदिखंडे जगदीश हिरण्येर घरे नव नैवेद्य कैला प्रभु श्री हरिवासते. In Adikanda, the Lord eats grains in the house of Jagdish and Hiranya on the day of Ekadashi. By this, Lord wants to show that Ekadashi is not for the Lord. Ekadashi is only for jivas like us. The appearance day of the Lord, Ekadashi, and a few Dwadashis are called Harivasara. On these days, the servants of the Lord abstain from all kinds of activities and vow to serve Hari by fasting. But since the Lord is the supreme personality of Godhead, he did not exhibit pastimes like fasting on Harivasara, which must be observed by his devotees. Rather, he accepted various footsteps that were offered to him. So even today also, in the big temples, they offer Anna Prasadam to the Lord. But devotees will not take, they will take it next day. For Lord, there is no fasting. But for devotees, they fast because they can minimize their activities and serve Krishna. Adikande Shishu Chale Kariya Krandana Bolaila Sarvamuke Sri Hari Kirtana. In the Adikanda, the Lord tricks everyone into chanting the holy name of Hari by crying as a child. It is the nature of children to cry when they are in pain or in need of something. In order to stop such crying, various methods are employed to distract their attention. Following such behavior, ladies who were on the level of motherly relations with the Lord, also chanted the name of Hari in order to divert Gaur Hari's attention. In order to stop his crying in this way, Gaur Hari demanded that the ladies chant the holy names, which is the religious principle for this age. So, in some way or the other, Lord motivated the residents of Navdeepa to chant the holy name. When he appeared, at the time also everybody was chanting. Intentionally he used to cry, then to pacify him, all the ladies used to chant. So this is known as Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness means somehow or other make a person chant the holy name. So to spread Krishna consciousness, to give Krishna consciousness, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears. And then we'll see the later, tomorrow we'll see all further verses. Any questions here? You can ask. Any question? Hare Krishna. Okay. So now how are we going to prepare for our Gaur Purnima festival? By chanting very nicely every day. Wake up early in the morning, chant very nicely. Chanting automatically will give the Shakti to, because we are going to enter the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Here the synopsis of all the pastimes have been given. Now the main pastimes are going to start from the next chapter itself. They are going to start. So even to understand the pastimes seems to be very simple pastimes. But to understand the pastimes, one has to have the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we saw to attain mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu is prayed. So Nityananda Prabhu makes us chant the holy name of Krishna, and in this way, slowly, we can enter to this main important subject. This main important subject is Chaitanya's pastimes. Okay? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.